Hey there, Christian here. It is May 5th, 2019, and on this 5th day, it seems like a good time to come to you and let you know that I am 5 years on testosterone. That's just so crazy to me. Sometimes it feels like just a lifetime, like this is just who I was, and then sometimes it feels like just yesterday. I mean, it really is crazy how fast the time has flown by. For me, obviously, I have had so much packed into the last 5 years, not only with transitioning, getting married and building a family and just being me. So it really is crazy to think how fast the last 5 years have gone, especially for my physical transition. I mean, I remember times where I just thought things would not progress fast enough. It's certainly such an emotional ride, and looking back, I can just see that it just takes time. And I have tried to enjoy the ride along the way, because sometimes I look at some pictures and, think, oh, I really liked, how I was looking at that time during my changes, because I don't know, the last 5 years, I mean, you probably can't see, but whoa, I have aged quite a bit. So there was definitely some times in there where I just looked, like just a much younger version of me. And so I'm very curious as to like what the testosterone does to you if you are older, like with your age. I'm 38, and so I'm very curious, since I have had a very baby face, young face, and then just with this whole transition, I feel like it's kind of aged me a bit. But it could also be lack of sleep and some stress along the way. But it's been a great 5 years. I still struggle with giving myself my injection. Of course, in the beginning, it was like just this really exciting thing to do, and now it's kind of dreaded. I mean, even the other day I was thinking, ugh, just can't imagine just keep on sticking myself with a needle every week, for the next blah, blah years of my life. But, I mean, it's worth it. I definitely can tell, not necessarily if I skip a week, but if I go much farther than that, I just don't feel the same. I feel probably just more easily stressed and run down. So it's kind of nice to keep myself even. This nice weather certainly helps as well. I love the sunshine. So for me personally, this last year has had a lot of stuff in it. Oh my gosh, I mean, in the last year, I've adopted 4 children and been foster parents to 2. And then we also lost a foster son who died. So that's been a very emotional time for my wife and myself and our children, and just mourning with his family. And then we still have his sister. So it's been a very emotional few weeks, actually, for us. So that probably has a little bit to do with the delay of this video, because it was actually a month ago that I was my true 5 years. So I think that we're working towards definitely getting to the right place of where we need to be, my wife and I, settled in to our lives and routines. Since we've been doing foster care and adoption, life has just barely been chaotic. We haven't had a chance to kind of settle in to really just see what life together is like. So I think that that's what we're going to be approaching here soon, which is really exciting. I have been more open, like on my Facebook, which primarily has, obviously, like people I grew up with and work people, people who are in my daily life, or not like every day, but just the people that are present, I've been more vocal about being transgender, and so that's cool. I hope it opens up some more discussions or questions, but I just have to remind myself that I'm just me now. And so kind of like who I was, I don't know, people, you know, like we just don't talk a lot about that unless you are really getting to know people and building friendships. So, you know, it's just very, very interesting to see how that will or won't come up. But I like that at least it's out there, and so I can join in on conversations that maybe have to do with women, because I have lived it, so I do get it. And I love that. I love that that is integrated into who I am. I think that's such a cool piece. Just, you know, 32, 33 years of my life, I was living in society as female. So obviously I understand what everybody's going through, and I'll know what my daughters are going through, so I can definitely be empathetic, but also be like, I've been there, which is cool, because even now, with my kids, you know, our oldest is 5 and our youngest is 3. We have 3 3-year-olds. And so I love being able to say like things like when Daddy was a little girl, because I wasn't a little boy when I was little. And I like embracing that part of me. So I had long hair, so I can empathize with my daughter who's getting her hair brushed and be like, yep, Daddy had long hair too. It stinks, doesn't it? You know, so that's a really cool piece. It's going to be interesting how we just go forward with discussions about me being transgender with our kids. That's just like kind of where I'm at a loss at like how to talk to them. I mean, we do say, you know, when Daddy was a little girl, or we have pictures of me that obviously I look female, and they do know that that was me. So that is really cool. I like that. We, you know, have had discussions, but I also don't want to just be like so out there that they go to school and have these conversations that aren't, you know, with a parent, because I don't know, I don't want any negative things for them. So, you know, as they start to go into school and things, I'm not too sure how exactly we'll approach that. As far as, you know, do we talk to the teachers? I don't have any idea. Is it just a casual thing? Body parts are very interesting. We haven't talked a lot about like boys have this and girls have that, because that's not how it is. And that's not how it is in our house. So it's just like those discussions that will be very interesting, and we are approaching to when we will have them more. So stay tuned. We'll see how we navigate that. But that's just like my gray area, is with our kids and how we go about that. Let's see. Otherwise, I mean, things are good and things are progressing, and I'm at a park. You know, it's just a good thing to be me. Let's just say that. So I think I'll just stop it here and say thank you to everybody who follows me and supports me. I love you, and I appreciate you. Have a good Cinco de Mayo.